Hi there. Hello, and welcome back to my channel, ArtChick TV. Today's vblog is going to be about being a photographer, working as a full-time photographer. I have been a commercial photographer for 14 years now. I inherited Church Street Studios, which was founded in 1987 by Joe Chieli, and I'm continuing on his legacy. So I kind of got a lucky break because I got a head start in my career thanks to Joe. But I also have transitioned over the years. For example, I started off as a nightlife photographer in my early 20s. So during the day, I would paint and try to do art shows in New York. And I would do promo images for musicians and DJs. And then at night, I would photograph in nightclubs for either directly for the nightclub or for a promoter or directly with the DJ. I did that for a number of years. And then I moved on to wedding photography. I studied under Umberto Esposito in like North Jersey. Like he had a studio in Dumont, New Jersey. And I worked with him for a while and learned the ropes of classic wedding portraits and engagement sessions. And then I moved to Philadelphia and I met Joe and I started assisting him and learning the in and outs of commercial photography. So within the last, 9 years or so, I've just been focused on commercial. Now, a lot of people ask, what exactly is commercial photography? Like, what is that? So it is interesting because you can cover a wide range of interest. Executive portraits, headshots, model actor portfolios, fashion catalog, product, and sometimes I photograph scars for like police officers for wall cases. It's sort of like forensic. So it's all these little niches and it keeps it interesting. I love working with people mainly. So I do a lot of one-on-ones, portraitures. Oh, and dating profiles. That's another thing. It's sort of like a lifestyle approach. So it's an interesting field. Commercial is interesting because you specialize, but you can cover a lot of area. Wedding photography is something I always loved, but I found it was, after a while, it's just people would come to me about the number and not the work, so I kind of got burnt out by that. But I do selective weddings from time to time, but it just isn't my main focus anymore. But no matter what you decide to do, if you want to be a full-time photographer, you have to understand that you're not always going to be taking photos all the time. I'd love to, but you also have to work on SEO, which is search engine optimization, and that for like Google and learning how to tag things on your website and key phrases, and it constantly fluctuates, so you have to keep an eye on it. So people can find you and say, hey, I need a headshot photographer, or maybe they misspell a word or whatever it is. It's complicated, but if you can maybe hire someone or just read up on it and watch tutorials online and learn and what SEO is about, because that's going to be really critical. If nobody can find you, then hey. Referrals, always ask for referrals and reviews. I always ask, when I do a job with someone, I'm really happy, I'm like, hey, can you write me a review on Google? Because that also helps with the search engines, with my reviews on like Google Maps, for example. So the more rates you get, the higher you go up. Updating your website on a regular basis also helps. Creating all content, it's constantly alive and something new all the time, and so yeah, that's a major one. Networking, you should always get out and networking. is huge. The more people you meet, you get yourself out there. That's my cat running around with a little bell. In case you're wondering what the bell is. So I use the Square Up, and it keeps me, it keeps all my invoices. It goes straight into my account, and I can have it set with reminders that someone has to pay a deposit to book a gig with me. I ask for like a 50% deposit, and then it goes straight into my account. And then I have members of the studio, because I have a studio in Old City, and I have different members that use the space for professional use, and I have a monthly fee, so they get reminded that they owe their dues, their membership dues. So Square Up's been fantastic to help maintain that, because it's when you're trying to read up on SEO, or you're trying to come up with some new ad campaigns to promote yourself and your work of art, there's so many things that you need to maintain in order to stay in business, and it's never ever really perfect, to be honest with you. I have several clients that come to me on a regular basis. They do a lot of hirees, or and they send me new employers for like their headshots for their websites. So I get a lot of that steadiness every month. And then I have fashion clients that they come to me seasonally for their e-commerce sites, and I have a casting director that finds talent for the catalog shoots. Then I have people come to me with like products. That's sort of the same thing. It's if they're selling on Amazon or on their website. So that that steadiness takes time, and you don't own your clients. They can go wherever they want. I've been really fortunate that I've had some very loyal clients that also refer me to other people. But there are times when companies need to make setbacks, and they start shopping around, and maybe they want to have somebody that's a little less, or they hire a friend or family member. So sometimes you do lose people. So you got to just keep yourself out there. Pay attention to what you have and what's working, but always add on to it at all times. Keep learning. I'm always like looking at tutorials or trends and things that are going on, and making little inspirational scrapbooks just to keep myself creatively doing something at all times. So it is I don't always suggest, hey Taj, just walk in front of the camera. This is the bell that you're hearing. All right. Thank you, Taj. What did you keep me on for a minute? Distractions. So, he's back. Taj and Heimer. Anyway, freelance photography. So SEO, update your website, network, ask for referrals. Have creative days, like every month, like at least once or twice a month, I like to have like a creative shoot, because a lot of times, when you're serving your clients, you're giving them what they want, but you're not always able to do things creatively out of the box. And a lot of people can't think outside the box. I mean, most people walk into a room and it's just, that's the room. But for an artist, they walk in the room, they could see it a million different ways. People need to see it to understand it and envision it. So it's always good to explore, learn, create, and just, those creative days, you can do whatever you want. There's no pressure of the client and what their needs are. You can just experiment and find some new ways to approach something and create those images. And clients see that, and they may get inspired and say, hey, I saw this on your website and I'd really like that for myself. So monkey see, monkey do. Very, very important. It's always good to keep busy. The busier you are, the busier you get. So when things get really, really slowed down, that's the best time to do something creatively, which is why I've been creating these vlogs, because I love to talk a lot. and I have a lot of free time on my hands. I like to do something that feels productive and that I'm moving forward. Today is a very quiet day, so I've just been like researching and reminding people of gigs that are coming up, and setting up some creative shoots either later this month or next month. And so there's a lot of planning involved in that, and updating my website and looking at what trending words there are and updating my Google AdWords. So there's a lot of back end work in order to get behind that camera with the client in front of you. So if you have any questions or anything that I didn't cover about being a freelance photographer, leave some comments below. And I'm always looking to improve these vlogs because I want to make them as interesting as humanly possible. And I'm inside and I'm wearing glasses. Why? Because I didn't really sleep that well last night, and I've been dragging all morning since I woke up at 5:30. I've just been kind of dragging around and not feeling 100%. But hey, I made this video, and I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna feel good about that, and I'm gonna get right back down to that SEO. It's all about it, it's all about being found. So critical. So till next time, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you like hearing my babble, and if you have any questions about how to start up a photography business or how to market your business better, leave some comments. I'll make another video about it that's kind of more centralized and focused. Till then, till later. Ciao.